I believe every single human being aspires to become the best version of themselves. And to be able to do that, we have to learn how to maximize our fullest potential in life and learn how we can be able to maximize our potential every single day. When you wake up, you want to make sure you're living to your fullest potential and you're not limiting yourself based on your beliefs or some of the things that you encounter in your day-to-day life. My name is Joe Chege, and this is Ownership and Greatness. Join me on today's episode as we break down some of the steps that can enable us to live our life to the fullest. All right.
Ownership and Greatness.
I believe each and every one of us, when we wake up in the morning, we have, I would say, like an obligation or a goal that we want to be able to achieve or we want to be able to fulfill at the end of the day. For some of us, we feel like we have the weight of the world on our shoulder because we are trying to break generational curses or we are trying to transform our lives for the better. And so today I felt it was necessary for us to just talk about some of the steps that we can take to be able to step out of our comfort zone, some of the steps that we can take to be able to break down the barriers that are stopping us from being able to live our life to the fullest potential. And hopefully you are going to be able to pick up some of the gems or some of the steps and use them in your day-to-day life to be able to improve the way you do things in life. All right. So first, I wanted to talk about something that's really important. And this is something you hear every now and then where people asking you, what's your why? What's your reason for living? Like, what actually is your purpose in life? And for me, this is a question that I've asked myself several times. Like, your vision and goals normally change as time goes by, because if you have this big goal, let's say for an instance, you feel like your purpose or your why is to write a book that's going to empower people. Whenever you're done writing that book, if you start that, if you put it down and you have a goal of writing a book, a bestseller, and you write that book, and then once you're done with writing that book, what's next? And that's where you have to ask yourself, what's the one thing that you feel like you can do it like from today into infinity? Like, what's the one thing that you feel like you just want to do in life? Like, from the minute you wake up to the time you go to sleep, what's the one thing that's in your heart that you feel like, if I do this one thing, I'm going to be able to create an impact on people's life. I'm going to be able to have a sense of fulfillment. For some, it might be spending time with their family. For some, like I said, is being able to break generational barriers where you're able to take good care of your parents, take good care of your brothers and sisters by being financially stable. For some, is being able to do like a great cause, like starting an NGO to assist the needy. And so when you think about all the things that people have to do every single morning to be able to achieve their goals and aspiration, I have to ask myself every single day personally, am I really living my life to the fullest? And so I have certain things that I always have to ask myself every single day when I wake up, because they are more like, I use them as pillars or guidelines that are enabling me to be able to live life to the fullest. And not only that, to be able to maximize my potential in life and to stop limiting myself from becoming great. Because when you ask people around you, it might be your relatives, it might be your friends, or maybe strangers that you meet on the street, if you even ask them, what's the one thing that they regret? Majority of the people are going to tell you they regret not being able to live their life to the fullest. Some are going to say they regret they regret conforming to the ways of the world and not taking the risk and going out there into the world to figure out what their fullest potential was. And this is something that you hear from a lot of people, like people regretting why they never took the risk and traveled the world, or why they never started their own business instead of working for somebody else, or why they never went back to school to get a degree, to get a diploma, to be able to upgrade their skill set. So each and every one of us, so I believe each and every one of us have different goals and aspirations or different whys that we are trying to accomplish. And for me, one thing that I believe that always stood in front of me, something that was always holding me, was the fear of the unknown. You know, when you have this great idea, when you have this great dream, but every single time you want to step out and be able to fulfill it, you always feel like, I don't think you always have this thought at the back of your mind where you're like, what if something happens? What if I'm not going to be able to accomplish this goal? What if I fail? What if people don't like the idea that I'm about to put out there? What if, like, I had these what ifs in my mind, and I realized that if I was ever going to become successful, if I was ever going to be able to step out of my comfort zone and do the things that I love, be able to live the life that I've always envisioned, be able to do the things that are actually impacting other people, or the things that actually give me a peace of mind or a fulfillment, I had to step out of my comfort zone. And not only that, the first thing I had to do was overcome my fear. And I believe majority of us in life, we are not where we want to be because we are scared. We have the fear of the unknown. And this is something that happens to majority of us. And I believe if you want to step out of your comfort zone, if you truly want to live your life to the fullest, if you want to maximize your potential in life, you have to stop fearing the unknown. Like they always say, fear is false expectation appearing real. That's an acronym that I had a long time ago, and I've always used it in my life. Sometimes when I want to accomplish something, or when I want to take a step of faith, a huge leap of faith to do something that maybe nobody has ever done before in my family, or it's something that I feel like if I'm able to do this, I'll be able to experience greater rewards, or I'll be able to take my life to the next level. And I believe in the deepest of my heart that anytime you have the fear of accomplish something greater, that's when you should take that step of faith. That's when you should actually risk it and go forward and see what's gonna come out of it. Because as think of it this way: what's the worst that can happen? Like, okay, if you're scared of venturing out into a certain field in business, what's the worst that can happen? If anything, if you go out there and try out and fail, then you already now have a skill set. You now have a skill, or you have an experience that you can actually use to advise someone who wants to do the same thing. Because it's different when you're talking about something that you haven't tried. It's different when you're just talking about opinions or theories of things that you haven't tested. And it's different when you actually have experienced it. So I believe it's always good to experience it firsthand. Like, it's always good to bet on yourself. The only way you're going to be able to maximize your potential, the only way you're going to be able to fulfill your biggest desires in life is by stepping out of your comfort zone and betting on yourself and deciding, you know what, I don't know what's on the other side of life. I don't know what's on the other side of this experience, but I'm willing to show up, and I'm willing to step out, and I'm willing to open this door to see what's on the other side. And I believe you are gonna be able to experience a breakthrough the minute you decide, you know what, I'm gonna overcome my fear. I just know, or I just have this crazy idea that there's something great for me on the other side. So we have to hold ourselves accountable. We have to believe in our goals, believe in our visions, no matter how huge or big they might seem. Because sometimes you might have this great vision, you might have this great dream, but you don't have the finances, or you don't even have a clear goal on how to fulfill it. All I can tell you is start where you are. The most important thing, if you want to maximize your potential in life, is start where you are. Don't worry about what's going to happen. Just believe that it's possible. Believe that your crazy idea can amount to something, and just try out and see what comes of it. So once you figured out a way to overcome your fears or the fear of the unknown, then I believe the next step is to be able to build self-discipline around your skill set. Be able to build self-discipline on a personal level. Like, you need to hold yourself accountable. You need to So you need to hold yourself accountable. You need to make it a habit to show up every single day and follow through on your dreams and aspirations. You need to make sure, if you decide this is the next step I'm going to be taking to be able to make my health better, this is the next step I'm going to be taking to be able to add more value to myself, then you have to hold yourself accountable. You have to show up and do what is necessary. Because if I want to change my health regimen, then that means I have to show up. I have to start watching my diet. I have to make sure I'm exercising more. I have to make sure I'm doing the right things that are going to enable me to step into the next level of my life. So for me to be able to maximize my potential in life, I need to make sure that my discipline is top notch. Because anything that we do in life, if you've studied the great, the only way they're able to accomplish so much, the only way they've been able to fulfill so much in life and build a legacy, is by making sure they stay on course. And that means their discipline is number one. Like, they are focused. They decide they're gonna do something, they show up. They decide they're gonna fulfill a certain project, they make sure they hold themselves accountable and do what is necessary. So once you've been able to overcome your fear, then the next step is to make sure you have self-discipline. You show up, you do what is necessary, and you hold yourself accountable. Like, don't make it a habit of just having the energy for the first few days, and then after a few days you give up on your goals and aspiration. No, make it a habit. Make it like the same way you wake up and make your bed, the same way you create a routine around your day-to-day schedule. Like, from morning to evening, have things planned. Like, you need to make sure you have things lined up that's in line with your goal, that's in line with your vision and your dream. And then once you have that in locked and in control, then you're definitely in the right direction towards being able to maximizing your potential in life. Another way where you can actually accelerate that also is by making sure that you're surrounding yourself with a tribe that believes in the same vision or in the same goals like you. Also surrounding yourself with mentors who are going to elevate you to the next level of your life. We have to always make sure that we are surrounding ourselves with the people that are going to enable us to fulfill our why, or are going to enable us to fulfill our passion and vision in life. Because when you think about it, there's a saying where they say you are there's a saying I think I had a long time ago that says, show me your friend and I'll show you what your future is going to be. So if you want to I know there's a saying that says you are what you think about. So every single day, if you're thinking of becoming great, if you're thinking of fulfilling your goals and aspirations, if you're thinking of breaking generational barriers and becoming the best in your industry and becoming the best in your skill set, like, you have to surround yourself with the people who are actually breaking barriers, with the people who are actually top notch, who are top of the line, who are actually known for being the best in that industry. And that's where you start building like a tribe of people who can hold you accountable, a tribe of people who are willing to listen to you, who are willing to challenge you, and who are also competitive and are going to enable you to step out of your comfort zone. Because like they always say, if you're the smartest cookie in your jar, you have to change your position and move on to a different section where you're going to be challenged. So challenge yourself every single day to create a tribe, to create a mentorship group that's going to enable you to elevate to the next level of your life. I always say you don't have to physically meet your mentor. Sometimes you can emulate people who are successful in life. Create a list of the people who you always who always inspire you, and then study them. Study what made them successful. Study what challenges they've experienced in life and how they were able to overcome all that. And then if you have mentors who you study, then you can also look around and see if you have their life coaches who can be able to hold your hand and take you to the next level. You can look around and see if there are courses which you can study or classes that you can take to enable you to elevate to the next level of your life. So there are different avenues and there are different, I would say, ways where you can be able to create a tribe. You can be able to connect with mentors. You can be able to surround yourself with like-minded individuals who are willing and who are going to hold you accountable and also push you to the next level of your life. All right. So once you have that, then guess what happens? Then that's going to build the discipline that we talked about earlier. And that's going to enable you to become more confident in yourself. And from now on, anything that you decide you're going to accomplish, it's going to be easy because you don't see anything that can hold you back. Now you've already broken down the fear of the unknown. You're willing to take the risk. You have a solid team surrounding you, and now you're ready to show up and do what is necessary. So, like I said, you only need to tweak a few things here and there in your life for you to be able to maximize your potential in life, for you to be able to live a fulfilled life instead of feeling like, oh, all I do is wake up and do this mundane task. Like, I don't feel like my life has no meaning. No, if something is not working for you, change that thing like instantly. If something is not working for you, if you feel like you're stuck, you need to move your location. You can't just stay in the same space. If things are not working out for you, if you feel like you're stuck in the same location, move. Like they always say, you're not a tree. A tree will stay in the same location and unless someone decides to uproot it. But you are a human being. You have the capability of reasoning. You have the capability of deciding for yourself and choosing the rightful things to do in life. So take that as an opportunity to just ask yourself whenever you feel like you're stagnant, what am I doing that's making me feel this way? And how can I change the way that I'm feeling right now? What am I capable? You better ask yourself, what can I add into my life? Is it, and so you have to ask yourself, what are you willing to change to be able to step into the next level of your life? What are you willing to learn that's going to enable you to elevate to a different level of your life and enable you to maximize your potential in life? All right. Something also that I feel is necessary in as much as we are trying to do all this stuff. Sometimes I feel like when we are aspiring to be great, when we are aspiring to maximize our potential in life, when we want to fulfill all these goals and aspirations that we have, sometimes we get so caught up with the grind. We get so caught up with doing all these things at the same time that we forget to take care of our health, or we forget to create a life balance in our life. So once you've surrounded yourself with mentors or a team or a tribe that's gonna enable you to step into the next level of your life, the next thing which I feel is necessary, and that is something that goes hand in hand if you don't want to experience a burnout, if you don't want to experience like fatigue or mental stress, is you need to practice life balance. Like you need to make sure you're working hard, but you're also playing. Like you have to find a middle ground where you find balance in your day-to-day life, especially for people who have families where you need to create time for your kids, you need to create time for your family, you need to create time for your wife. Like you have to find a balance, first of all, to one, love yourself and take care of yourself, and also take care of your family, and then you can take care of your responsibility. Because sometimes we get so caught up with fulfilling our goals and aspirations, we get so caught up with doing all these things that we neglect the things that matter to us. So as we work towards fulfilling our goals and aspirations in life, as we work towards being able to fulfill all the objectives that we set for ourselves, we need to also make sure we are prioritizing life balance. We are prioritizing self-care. Like you need time for yourself. You need to take time to rejuvenate. You need to take time to just stabilize your mindset, stabilize your health, spend time with your loved ones, spend time with yourself, and do like an inventory of your journey in life. You have to always ask yourself, all right, am I in the same direction that I promised myself I will be going? Am I moving towards my goal? Am I moving towards learning how to maximize my fullest potential in life? You have to always ask yourself these questions. So create a balance within your work and your life, and then once you find that sweet spot in the middle, then try and maintain that every now and then. You have to hold yourself accountable, and that comes hand in hand with discipline. Like, in as much as you want to work hard, you also want to create time to play. You want to create time to be able to decompress and be able to kind of like internalize and have balance in your life, so you can be able to focus and continue moving on without experiencing a burnout. All right, that's something that I do. That's something that I always say. Even when I'm busy, I have to always create time for myself and create time for my family. All right, make it a priority. That's something that's relevant and important. And once you find that sweet spot, you'll be able to accomplish so much in your life. So my next point that I feel is relevant in regards to maximizing your potential in life is you have to continue to dream big in life. One thing that I've realized is, if you want to become better in life, if you want to become great, you have to dream bigger. And the beauty about dreaming big is it's totally free. Nobody's going to charge you anything for believing or for dreaming big in life. So there are no limitations on how big you can dream. Remember how you used to have these crazy ideas and dreams when you were young? And then halfway through, life started baiting you, or life started throwing you right, left, and center. And you stopped believing in your dreams, you stopped believing in your aspirations, and you decided to conform to the ways of the world. And once you started conforming, then you started feeling gloomy, you started procrastinating, you didn't feel like life had any meaning. The only way you can energize your life, the only way you can always make life have meaning is by always dreaming big. No matter where you are in life, I always have this saying where I say, wherever you are right now in life is not going to dictate your future. Like, it's not how you start, it's how you finish this race of life that really matters. So no matter where you are in life right now, don't let other people dictate who you're going to become tomorrow. Just because you're facing challenges right now, just because you're going through a difficult situation right now in life, that should not dictate who you're going to become tomorrow. Just keep on dreaming. Just keep on believing in yourself. Make sure you're self-disciplined. Make sure you still believe that you're capable of accomplishing anything in life. Once you believe in yourself, once you have that mindset where I can do anything I put my mind into, I can become anything I decide from this day henceforth, you are definitely going to be able to fulfill so much in life. You're definitely going to be able to break barriers and maximize your potential in life. There's nothing that's going to hold you. Like I always say, it's all in the mind. It's a mindset thing. If you believe in yourself, no matter what crazy goals you set for yourself, just start working towards them. As long as you do that, the universe will conspire. It's going to align things so you can be able to accomplish that goal. So believe in yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Have great dreams. Dream every single day. Like, don't give up on yourself. Think of how things can work out. Think of ways or means on how you can be able to fulfill the goals that you have. And once you have that mindset, trust me, you are going to start looking, or you're going to start creating ways and ideas on how you can be able to reach your goal. So as long as you're willing to overcome your fears, as long as you're willing to take the risk that is necessary to enable you to step into the next level of your life, then there's nothing that can limit you in this road called life. There's nothing that can limit you as a human being. You are capable of becoming anything you put your mind into it, as long as it's something positive and it's something that can impact and transform people's life. Just because you don't feel like you're where you've always envisioned to be, that's fine. It's okay to feel that way sometimes. But what's important is you should never let that feeling hold you from aspiring to become better. Just believe that you're capable of maximizing your potential. And if you decide, I'm just going to overcome my fears, I'm going to believe in myself, I'm going to build a team around myself that's going to enable me to step to the next level of my life, I'm going to become self-disciplined and follow through with all my goals and aspirations. And I'm still going to dream big and believe that my dreams and aspirations are going to be able to change the world that I'm living in. Then you're definitely going to be successful and you're going to be able to live your life to the fullest. These are just a few gems of some of the things that I've done personally in my life that has enabled me to step into the next level of my life, that has actually helped me to overcome my fears, that has enabled me to be able to do what I love. And I'm not even where I want to be, but I'm on my way because I show up every single day and I'm able to do what I feel is necessary. So be encouraged. Nothing is hard in life. As long as you put your mind to it, you'll be able to fulfill, you'll be able to accomplish all the goals that you've set for yourself. Just make it a habit to show up every single day. Make every single day count. We all have 24 hours in a day, every single one of us. So make your 24 hours count. Do what is necessary that's going to enable you to step into the next level of your life. All right? Until next time, I'm Joe Chege. Peace and blessing. Thank you once again for tuning in to Ownership and Greatness. If this was your first time, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel and all our podcast platforms so that we can always be notified whenever we drop a new episode. Until next time, peace and blessing.
Ownership and Greatness.